The other problem she has is, in a runoff election for the state legislative seat in South Carolina, an opponent published ads that published her full name, her actual name, and then sent out mailers with her standing with her dad in his bug. Because she's hidden the Sikh heritage side of her, it can now be used to perpetuate the negative stereotypes that she is from a terrorist family. Hello, people. Welcome to this week's episode of the Indian Doctor Podcast. I didn't say what's happening because Goran teased me about it, so now I'm trying to be off the hook, off the wall. Off the wall is definitely the phrase.
Off the wall. Okay.
And now you've just gone completely quiet.
No, I was just checking because you went a bit laggy, and I was checking it was not my Ethernet, as Bal would say.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. That's
good
us. Boy. Not good boy. Not good boy. Not good boy.
No.
What was I going to say? What's happening, people? What's happening? This is Indy. How you doing, Doctor?
That doesn't sound anything like me.
It doesn't, does it?
I know. No. You're sounding like the Wheelstone Raider.
Yeah. How do you
want some? You want some? I'll give it to you. Yeah?
I'll give it to you. You ain't got no fans. Oh, bloody hell.
No fans?
That would be so good. As a podcasters now, if we find someone, so I'm not doing it, who's just like trying to give it big and like, you ain't got no fans. That's our reply indeed to everyone. You ain't got no fans.
There you go. I'll just send I'll take a screen recording of that and I'll post it underneath. I'll screenshot the comment, I'll put it on the story. I'll be like, you want some? Yeah. You ain't got no fans.
I'll give it to you.
There you go.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
My favorite way of responding to trolls would be that, or I love doing the Borat.
Yeah.
You know that one? I was like, mate.
There was one on TikTok yesterday where someone said something stupid, which was, you don't cover your head, you may as well be Muslim. And I was thinking, what do I write back to this? And I was like, I don't really have a problem with our Muslim brothers and sisters. Like, I got
absolutely not
loads of Muslim friends, man. I love them to bits. So I just wrote to him. I wrote back saying, I hope you get well soon. And that's it, boss. I hope you get well soon. That way, no one can say that my comment's abuse. No one can say that I've written something really horrible. It's like, I just hope you get well soon. That's it.
I mean, the implication there that he's mentally unwell, that's basically what you're saying. He's
unstable. But equally, you can't report that. Instagram, TikTok can't take that down as abusive.
You've played that well, Indy.
3D chess, baby.
3D chess, baby.
3D chess,
Indy is a predator, man, of the highest.
I'm not a predator. You need to stop with this behavior.
It's not behavior, is it? It's a word. Stop with the word.
It's behavior as well, because it's all of a sudden becoming a part of your DNA to call me this. Isn't it?
You have predatory.
I don't. No. Stop. No. One day in like 10 years time, someone's going to clip this and be like, admission that Indy is this person.
That's it.
No.
I called it.
I don't do this.
I called it.
I am Gurput, okay?
But please.
Yeah, near enough.
Anywho, so it's a little bit later than we normally pod, and thank you to my gracious host here for being so patient.
It's all right.
Came home this evening following following a gym, following food at our shop, following.
Wait, are you in confessions now? Like,
no, it's not. I'm just Perry Tamer, isn't it?
Okay, go on.
And EK was missing her dada, and so we had some dada time, get a bit of the old dudu, and now I'm here. So you're welcome, guys, that you're getting this podcast because it nearly didn't happen. It
would have just got pushed to another day. Let's be honest.
Would not have happened this week. I would have said, because Indy was like, yeah, we could do it differently. I'm in my head, I'm like, it's not happening another day, but I'll just.
It'll happen another day. I know you would have made it work.
I'll pass fire.
You would have made it work. It's a priority to you now. We got paid on YouTube £7. That's 2 meal deals. Listen, it is a priority to you now. Okay.
Hello, you never told me that happened. We've got a whole group for this.
£7. Okay.
When did this happen? Well, this is news to me.
Estimated revenue £7. Okay.
Wait. Okay, guys, this is. I don't think we've told everyone. So we have monetized. So this is big, man. So we've
people have seen this because they've been getting ads. People have messaged me like, "Have you turned ads on?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Now
I have.
Okay, that's an interesting one, Indy, because my other YouTube channel. By the way, guys, I drop a video every other Tuesday on there, the kind of story thing. My other channel. You should go check it out.
Is it every other Tuesday or every Tuesday?
No, I do it every Tuesday, but on our story, I put it every other Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. So the stuff that you like, all the mindset stuff that I do with Indy sometimes. That's purely dedicated to that. But on that Indy, sometimes I just check the videos or dying, and there's ads on there.
Yeah, sometimes YouTube can do that without
They do
your,
it. They do
consent.
it exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're not getting paid for that. They're just like, ha ha ha. I'll add it there. I was like, that's great, isn't it? But yeah, big things, Indy. You know, this is a milestone. But sorry, just to make this point, we have a dedicated WhatsApp group for milestones, and you didn't tell me Sat Pound Bangi.
Would you like an update right now?
I would love an update. I would love a live update from the horse's mouth.
Estimated revenue £7.15. Yes. That's 2 meal deals, bruv. Let's go.
You know what I'm going to say? The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. What's the name of his companies? Do you know? You must have heard this in all his interviews.
No, I don't. I don't like The Rock anymore, but okay, go on.
Okay, fine. The Rock, basically, most of his production houses, all of his other type of companies, it's all $7.
Achha.
It came to my head.
He came over here with
£7.
$7, yeah.
He didn't
Not
come over
here, but America.
Yeah. It's when he got thrown out of the Canadian football CFL or whatever it's called, their version of the NFL, and he had $7 in his pocket, yeah. And he always remembers that time. And now, Indy, we have Sat Pound Punjab Peniya. Very good.
There we go.
That's your wage.
That's all I'm worth.
He's like, 3 ਸਾਲ ਸਾਰੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ 7 pound 50 ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸਾਰੀ it's not even the ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ the minimum wage ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ
Yeah, £7.15. 15.
15 ਅੱਛਾ
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. It's still very good, man. Because remember, that's passive income, sort of.
It's not passive though. It's quite active at this point. But yeah.
Okay. You know, yeah, it's very active.
This is not passive at all, mate.
Yeah, but chalo, theek hai. Invest kar lene, hai na? Put it back into the podcast.
Invest kar la, haan.
Back into the podcast, huh? You can buy more of your Neutonic drink, huh? Get your brain sharp.
We need some ahead of the next few weekends. Actually, this time I will coordinate it to come here. Okay.
Oh, I love how you have to use a big word. You said it. You said coordinate as if like a freight is coming from Panikate.
It is a freight. Do you know how hard it is to get?
Logistics, yeah.
Real talk. Do you know how hard it is to get? It goes in and out of stock really quickly. So yeah,
it's called. You go on Amazon and you press Prime.
Sometimes it's available on Prime, Karen.
Okay,
it's a big deal.
And second question: have you got clearance?
Probably.
Why are you gonna play with fire, man? Don't say things unless you got clearance. Has Big Boss given clearance?
It'll be fine.
It is fine, or it will be fine.
It'll be fine. It is fine. It is fine.
You are outside of your birthday allowance.
I'm outside of my jurisdiction now. Yeah.
Not just as in like, you know, all that goodwill from your birthday,
it's gone.
Okay.
Boss.
So you need to get level 2 clearance here, or
yes.
level 1 clearance, whatever it is. Right. Chalo,
yes.
very tame and done. So, are you ready?
Yes.
You just keep warming up. You're like, yeah, Matiara.
Come on. I'm itching.
Confessions of Brown Monday.
Okay, I'm gonna shorten that because that was long. Okay.
Indy meant to give you a show.
Jeez, that was long, man. People are gonna be like, yo, hurry up, man.
I was doing it and I was like, yo, this is like a hick, man. I was like, oh, I'm really
that is
good,
a hick,
man.
honestly.
I am really good. But you know what popped in my head?
You know
what popped in my head? You doing the Jakarta impression that you cut out of the reel.
You're damn right I did.
I was about to start coughing and I was like, no.
You're damn right I did. I do not want that problem, okay? I don't want those problems from the
the Babbeh finding you. The Babbeh finding you.
It's not even the Babbeh. I don't think he'll care.
So then who is it that you're scared of? That's one.
The backlash.
The internet. I am scared of the internet.
There are some times that I'm okay with, the flack that will arrive. But there are some times where I'm like, it's not worth it for this one. I don't feel that passionately about it, you know?
Oh, I see. Fair enough. Okay. I mean,
right, let me kick it off.
You have to say, I'll kick it off.
See this phone right here in my hand? Yeah.
That phone right there in your hand, yes.
Is a new phone. This phone cost me £85.
Okay, 1 second. What phone is that?
An iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Right, so it's obviously not yours. Who did you get it from? Who did you buy it from? It is
mine. I got it from Apple.
You did not get that from Apple. £85. Unless you're on the plan. Are you on the plan? Are you on the plan?
Nope.
I need to work this out. Okay, did you trade something in to get it?
Nope.
Second hand?
Nope. Brand new.
It's not brand new. It's not £85.
It's
Unless you
brand
want
new.
some stupid SIM like phone and SIM plan per month. That's way too much per month.
Would you like to know what happened?
Yes. Just tell me.
I had an iPhone 12 Pro Max, remember? I've had it since 2020.
You expect me to remember what phones you have? I don't.
Yes, yes, I do. Same way how I remember that you had a really old battered iPhone 8 that I had to film shit on. Then
Nope.
you've now graduated to your
Nope.
sister's old phone.
Didn't have an iPhone 8.
What did you have?
When are you talking about, by the way?
Huh?
When are you talking about? When are you referencing?
Well, I used to go to Medic stuff and film stuff on your phone.
you're right,
but
you're
your
right,
phone was so out of date, I had to do it on your other guy's phone, Paran.
It was a 7.
Shout out to him, top guy. He actually had the up-to-date phone that had the Instagram features that were compatible.
Yes. No, you're right. It was an iPhone 7.
Oh,
Then
sorry.
I
was one off.
Then you went to Meher's iPhone 10, and now I have
Yes.
I have Jahat's old phone, which is an iPhone, I think 11.
Very good.
So I'm making my way up there. I'm there. I'm a vulture. I was like, oh, you get a new phone?
I'll take your old one.
What are you doing with the old one? No. No. You don't say I'll take it. You offer. I would like to pay for your phone. Tiga?
Make me an offer.
No. Then what do family say? I'm not gonna take money from you, Beard. I'm not gonna take money from you.
They ain't good business people.
There
I'll be
you
like,
go.
yeah, how much you want?
Indy, pyar hunda, okay? Pyar hunda. So I get them off the board
this is
deals.
what happened, big
go
man.
on.
Yeah,
Go on, big man.
love saying it.
He
So
loves it, yeah, go on.
my phone, 2020, the battery was starting to really fall apart. It wasn't holding the full day's charge anymore.
Yes.
So what I had to do was I looked at the battery percentage. It was like 70 something percent.
The capacity,
And Sanj,
max capacity.
yeah. Sanj has a friend who works at Apple. She told me to just go and see her. So we went to go see her at the Apple store near us. And she said to us, yeah, just make sure you get it changed, but back it up. I was going to get this done the day before my birthday, but I thought, no, I'm not doing it today because if I leave it here 2.5 hours, got to come back and get it. It might not be ready. There might be problems. So she said, go home and back it up. Came home the next day, backed it up, and I tried to back up on my computer, but it was like 100 gigs worth of stuff, and my computer hasn't got that space.
Damn,
so
son.
I then did the iCloud thing. I never switch on iCloud, but I've turned it on now for £3. For £3 a month.
Why do you not
I've
turn
turned it
on
on
iCloud?
because I refused to pay for it at a principle, but I had to do it to
What's
back it
the
up because I
principle?
physically didn't have enough. I don't need to pay Apple any more money, really. I've already got Google Drive. I don't need iCloud. It doesn't make sense.
That's true. So you could have uploaded to Google Drive as well if there's a way.
You
of doing
can't do a backup of your phone to anywhere
do it.
except iCloud or a desktop. And when I tried to do it to a desktop to go to my hard drive, it wouldn't let me do that either. It would only let me do it to my laptop. So I thought, well, I've got to go for iCloud then. It's a very closed ecosystem, Apple. I understand what people mean when they say that. But I did it on iCloud, left it on the side. It backed it all up within about 6-7 hours because it had never done it before.
Damn, son.
So that was working away while I was at home. Went into Apple on Saturday, gave in the phone at like 10 a.m. So I sat in store. They said it would be done by 12:30. I just sat there, did like a bunch of pod stuff, bunch of admin, went through loads of old emails, typing away. But here's the thing, and I've said this. I don't know if I've said this on the pod. I don't like restaurants now that don't have backs on seats. I'm 32 years old. I can't do this no backs on seats thing.
You said it when you went to watch a comedian, and there's no backs on seats.
Munya Chihuahua at the O2 Academy.
Right.
That was really shit. The venue. That wasn't
that's
him.
what
That
you
was
said.
the venue. The venue was terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
What's Apple stools?
Apple stools, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
give me a back on the seat. But I think they don't give you a back on the seat because they want it to be so uncomfortable. You don't stay for too long.
Obviously, the thing is, and aesthetically, it looks cooler, right? It's like
It looks cleaner,
and exactly. And you're doing the thing. I'm interested. Did you use one of their Macs? Did you take your own Mac to do your?
No, I have my own Mac. I have my Mac. I packed my keyboard. I packed my mouse. I packed my stand. I took everything. I'm like, listen, I'm here for the whole time.
I'm part of the Genius Bar. Just send people to
Literally
me.
2.5 hours.
Anybody
sitting
need
there.
pod advice? You want to start
No.
podcast? Mere ko
No.
lao. Hanji, Apple mera sponsor. Hello. Aajo.
I pretty much was an Apple wanker. I'm not going to lie. And I'm sitting there thinking, if somebody was peeking over my shoulder, they'll be like, this guy's some serious mad editor going through Premiere Pro. I'm like, no, really not. But appreciate your thoughts, people. So this is all cracking off. Comes to 12:30, and I go up to the lady who served me, and she said, yeah, your phone's still in progress. I was like, okay, what's going on? She said, well, I'm going to go have a look. Goes in the back, comes out 15 minutes later, says, so they've changed the battery in your phone, but none of the buttons work anymore on your phone. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Great.
And she said, so give us another hour and we'll have another update for you. I was like, all right. Went to go and eat, came back, sat down.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, your phone's ready. I was like, cool. No one came out for half an hour. I was thinking, this is bad. So I opened up my laptop, and because I'd installed WhatsApp desktop, which I haven't done before, I did it the morning of, so I could still message people while my phone was in for servicing. You know, smart one though.
I thought it has to be connected to your phone for the desktop to work.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because if you leave your phone switched off, but you last logged into your desktop, it still works WhatsApp as normal.
Very good. Okay.
So I was doing a bunch of messages to you and stuff on there, which was fun.
You're like, I discovered WhatsApp desktop. This is really good, Karen. I should have listened to you before.
No, I'm not going to listen to you before. I'm probably going to uninstall it soon. But yeah. So listen, I don't want it in too many places. It gets annoying. However, I did feel like it was easier to respond to people in a bulk on WhatsApp desktop versus phone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't want to get used to it. So it felt a bit like MSN. I won't lie. I was like, oh, this is fun. Yeah. except I can message people offline and they can come online. So that was fun.
WhatsApp menu pai jandi.
Ooh, that was interesting.
You like that, didn't you?
Very good, very good. Yeah, off the cuff. So person comes out and they said, all right, here's your phone in like some open phone. I was like, okay. Then he had a little box. He said, so this doesn't work anymore, pointing to my phone. He said, so we're going to give you a new phone. And I was like, okay. And they said, it's the same phone. I said, hang on, but the iPhone 12 Pro Max has been discontinued. They said, no, it's cool. Don't worry. This is on us. It's just stopped working in the back. We don't know why. We diagnostically checked it. It's just stopped working. So we're just going to give you a brand new device. And I sat there and thought, thank fuck that I went home and backed it all up then, because I would have lost everything. And I'm sitting there thinking, hang on, did I back everything up? Or is it only bits and bobs that are backed up there and some stuff gets missed off? So I was sitting there thinking, fuck, if some stuff's missed off, I've got to do a few problems when I get home. Loss of photos, all that stuff. So gives me the phone, 85 quid, because that's how much it would have cost to get the battery replaced.
So you got a new phone.
So I got a brand new phone now for 2 years.
Accidentally.
And it runs smooth. No problems, nothing.
Why for 2 years, sorry?
Because that's how long iPhones normally last for until they start falling apart.
2 years?
Yeah, it's normally 2 years, then the battery starts going or it starts slowing down. On my last phone, the my messages were coming out incorrectly on like texting. It was not reading my texting habits anymore. It was just fucking up and sending random words back to people. So yeah, it wasn't keeping up. Now it's fine.
Okay.
But I was tempted by the iPhone 15. I was like, ooh, it's very nice.
I have seen it aesthetically. I do like it. I like that they've gone back to what was probably, I think, the iPhone 4.
Yeah.
That kind of, slicker kind of look.
Don't get me wrong, it feels lovely, but I thought this ain't worth £1,000.
Yeah. So you know what Kenny will say to me? When it comes to the end of like your company tax year, obviously you're too expensive because otherwise you're going to pay in corp tax anyway. So Kenny's like, get the iPhone. He'll say to me, like, get the iPhone. And then he'll be like, upgrade your MacBook. Just buy everything in the store.
Get everything. And you don't have to pay any tax. Yeah.
Expense card. And then I mess with him. Like me and Kenny had this really serious conversation. Because he always remembers. I have this one T-shirt from Next, which has this green one with like a few little holes in it. And he's like, you don't get rid of it because you're frugal. I was like, no, I don't get rid of it because it pisses you off. There's a difference.
I always pull out the wardrobe just to piss you off.
Yeah. And then the thing that really pisses him off, Indy. Although, by the way, last week, because when you do the highlights, you do the individual things, and he was like, Kenny was just like clicking on his bits. He was really gassed.
Highlights.
Like on the breakdown YouTube, you have the
the titles. He's clicking on his name.
Yeah. He's loving it. Yeah. So if you ever want to piss Kenny off, right, this is what you say, Indy, especially when it comes to tech, right? So he'll say something like, "Oh, this is really good. Like, you need to get this, you need to get this," and I'm like, "Kenny, I just can't afford it at the moment." And then I go really, really silent, and he's like, "Stop pissing me off." Right? And then when he gets pissed off, he won't get pissed off directly at me. He'll go, "Man, your brother's being cheap again," and then it's so funny. I love doing it to Kenny, man.
Being cheap again, yeah, funny.
But it's the way he said it. He won't say to me, like, "Man, speak to your brother."
He's not my brother. I can't say it. You can say it, even though I said everything else to him possibly under the sun. But you can say it.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh, God. You know, he said to me today in the car.
Key.
So here comes a part is in February, right? Because of First Lodi, we're doing some of the prasad we're going to be giving is like the mufli and the nuts and things, right? And so one of Dad's friends went to wholesale and he got like a massive 500 kilo bag and basically loads of nuts, right? And obviously they need making into bags so you can give them out prasad. I didn't even say anything. I was talking to Mary and Kenny was in the back. Kenny's like, yeah, I bet he's going to wait for us to come over and then he's going to create like a ruse whereby he delegates his task to us and then we have like stations set up and then we're making these bags for him. And I was like, Ken, I haven't even asked you. He goes, I know you. I know you completely. I was like, yeah, I will probably
I will
delegate
do that at some point, and I
will
will need your help.
Yeah, but I was like, the fact that he just, preemptively said it, I was like, well, if you're offering, I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but it was just nice. I was having a cheeky smile, just thinking
Because you know what to expect. You're like, yes, Kenny, you will be my knocker for the day.
No, can't use that word, Indy. No.
You say it to me.
Yeah, don't say to Kenny though. That's like showing a bull red.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it really is.
He is my panoya.
Yes,
panoya.
Don't forget that.
Exactly. So
there you go. Life hack, 85 quid, done. Make sure you go to an Apple store that doesn't have a good tech team in the back and they break phones and they give you a new one. That's the life hack for you people. I got lucky. I think I got lucky.
Mine is on 77% now as well.
Go and get it changed, back it all up and see what they can do for you. Because if they break your phone, which is possible, you just get a new device for 85 quid. Done.
What I might say is then, actually, because it's an iPhone 11, I was like, rather than give me an iPhone 11, give me something a bit newer and I'll put something towards it. I'll put a bit of contribution. But
you could try it, but I don't know if they'll accept it because it's one of those grey area things where
exactly.
If they're like, okay.
What does grey area mean?
I think grey area means uncertainty.
No. But I know what grey area means. I mean, grey area means there's a chance for a bit of NLP, Indy.
Yes, but I think the max NLP that they'll give you, is 85 quid off the new device. That's it.
£1,000, 85 pounds off. ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ? ਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਲਾਈਫ ਸੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੋੜਤਾ. You did this. ਤੂੰ ਕੀਤਾ. ਤੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਠੀਕ ਕਰੀ. What needs to happen for me to feel good again?
You're not going to kick off. You are not a kick off kind of person. You never
Who's
kick off.
kicking off? Who's kicking off? I'm not kicking off. This is calm. This is very calm jazz.
No, it's not.
Doctor. What needs to happen? That's how I'd say it as well. I don't say, what needs to happen? No. Because it's scarier, Indy, when you do it the other way. What needs to happen for me to feel good again? Pause.
Keep it good.
Right? And then you wait. And you wait. And you wait.
Who's the predator now?
Depends on
you're stalking your prey. You
Depends
wait. And you wait. And you wait.
And you wait for the offer. And then... oh, God. I was thinking about something else, but I'll tell you later. Anyway, so my confession. Shindavir, Shindy, aka you, last week was going to Nottingham for a day. Okay, like just for one night, and then she's coming back the next day. And before she went, like when we go for like Nottingham or we go somewhere, do you feel relieved? Like, do you like it? And I was like,
it's a trick question, bro.
I was like,
it's a trick question, bro.
What are you trying to get me to say here? Like, I'm very sharp, okay?
What's gonna say? What do I have to say right now that's gonna make you feel good? That's what you have to ask.
But she wasn't saying it in a way where it was like, tell me you're gonna miss me. That's obvious in EK and Sikkim, right?
They never say that in that way. No, they expect you to say it like that.
No, I say it. No, but I say it anyway all the time. I'm like, I love you, love you, love you. If we count the number of love yous, I say to Shindy, I say about this much. Shindy said about this much. That's already disproportionate, right?
That was so high that your hand was out the shop.
I know. I saw it. It was very high, right? So I was like, I had to really ponder on this. I was like, normally I'm very sharp in my responses, right? Like really quick. And I was like, okay, I need to like handle this properly because I'm not going to see you. And then the problem is when you don't see someone, handle with caution, you handle with care. Fragile. And so what I did was I did the whole question thing. I was like, what do you mean by relieved?
Hang on, Gordon. Was she with you or was she in Nottingham at this point?
No. This is us in the room.
In the room, you were standing together.
Yeah.
Okay. If this is on text message, that's a problem.
No.
That's a problem.
Yeah. No, text stuff. Yeah, not text. So I was like, okay. So how are we gonna handle this? And I said, yes. What do you mean by relieved? She's like, you kind of get to do what you want, isn't it? That evening, basically, I'd booked. I had a gym session. I think I was doing badminton. We had Nando's. Like just like a whole thing, right? And I said, look, when you go for 1 night, 2 nights, yeah, it's nice. What I do is I batch everything. I do all my social events. So I'm here for you, Nick, when you're back and you need me, right? But any longer, like she had that 10-day stint earlier on, then I really do miss you guys. And she said, but you can't say you're relieved. I was like, yeah, I don't think it's the right word. I'm not going to use the word. I'm not relieved. If you want to go, I support you going. Okay?
You're giving all the right answers right now.
So I do, baby.
All the grey area.
That's what I do, baby. Guys, the art of communication. Okay? Je tusi rishte. Indy means?
Relationship, not
right.
wedding.
I love that. So context of the story. We were talking about some guest we're trying to get on the podcast.
You were saying, Indy, you need to get in there and solidify the Rishta. I'm not marrying him.
Yeah, and I was like, Indy, Rishta doesn't mean marrying. I was like, I know you think it's synonymous with that because you have Rishta with Sanj, but you also have Rishta with me, right? It's not the same Rishta. It's almost the same Rishta.
Yeah.
It's not the same Rishta.
Yeah,
Same body
literally, almost.
Yeah, body. What was I talking about, Rishta? Yeah, so sorry, Rishta management, guys. If you want any advice on this, tusi message pejo. Vast experience, both observationally, my own experience. Always happy to advise on this type of stuff. Communication really is the most important thing, and you can see it's very easy to miscommunicate as well.
Good answer, but
very, very easy. Okay, so don't get caught in those traps, men. Do not get caught in the traps. Always define, elaborate, ask for elaboration. What is it?
Don't take the bait.
Nope. Galat gall hai. No. Any gall karni. No. Could have said, yeah, I'm very relieved. I look forward to you leaving. No, aata gall si kahi nahi. No. Je tusi jana, full support mere to. Okay.
Okay.
But as you're coming back, I'll be here waiting. Okay.
Wow. And was she happy with this, or did she say, chat shit?
No, she was chilled anyway. She was like jokey. She really, really wanted me to say that I'm relieved. And the thing is, I said, look, naturally, I do enjoy it. It's not like I don't enjoy it. It's not like I'm here crying that you've gone. It's not that. I'm like, okay, cool. What can I get done? But I said, part of what can I get done is some of that's always going to be for you as well. And it's like, okay, get these couple of tasks done. So it's not like just pure. It's not like I go Wolf of Wall Street mode. No, it's not Wolf of Wall Street mode. It's not like I'm going to pool parties and it's like getting like high and shit and just driving
all the
Ferraris.
Yeah. There you go. Just gave people a live rendition of Gaar breathing on the mic.
He calls me Henry the Hoover.
That's your nickname now, man. Henry the Hoover. When you get that fat inhale.
When you send that GIF on
WhatsApp,
I need to fall off the chair because
every time I send it makes me laugh.
Like Henry comes up, and I'm like, this is so good. It's probably like
it's my favorite GIF of all time. It's my favorite GIF of all time.
You don't cuss me well often, but when you do, I'm like, yo, like you said something really dark the other day, man.
I can't remember, Gaar. I have moments.
Oh no! But this is particular. Like, oh right. So somebody had messaged us. Can't remember the name. I'm sorry, but I'm going to give you like a semi sort of shout out. You DM'd us, and it was me speaking Punjabi. Like when I do this stuff where I put like a voiceover, something's happening. I describe it. I can't remember what it was about, Indy. And the person said, "Oh, you're like the UK Just Rain." I was like, "Oh wow, the goat." And then I put that picture up of me and Just Rain, and Raj is in there, Rhoda Raj.
Yes.
And obviously Raj had hair then, right?
Yes.
And then I think later you were like, something like, yeah, I'll be calling you like Rhoda soon or something. Oh, like, we'll look back.
Yeah.
And I was like, the thing is, there was so much conversation. It was like bang, 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 bang.
You were like,
I scroll back.
You were like Raj in his Rhoda-state. I was like,
Yeah.
I said, don't tempt fate. That'll be you soon. You'll be part of the club.
Yeah. And it's like full, like no emoji, like full stop. And then, but there's so much conversation. And at the end of the day, I was just scrolling past. I was like, yo, that's such a like dark comment. I was like, I'm a dickhead, man. It's so good though. I was just like, all right. The thing, I kind of like it when you do it because then I know you can do it as well.
It makes you feel validated that you can push me, eh?
Big man. Do you also want to? You got some solidarity from the Rhoda. Do you want to tell everyone about that?
Yes, I did. So shout out to my actual boy. Yeah. Our boy.
Arsenal.
I'm gonna call him Raj, not Raj. It's Raj to me. Okay, Raj. Medic Raj. Yeah.
Well,
that's how you saved my phone. I don't call him Rhoda because I don't tease people that have hair loss. Only Karan. So this guy. Yeah, found out that there is a secret must-see club happening in the background here because of my wife. My wife does not want to be called Chachi. She's like, no, must-see. Must-sees are more fun. And then now it's caused a whole movement to the point where Raj's wife is saying, but I'm a secret must-see, yeah? And he's like, stop with this bullshit. Stop. We're not doing this. We're not doing this Putte behavior. There is no Chassi in this, all right? It's just simply Chacha, Chachi. We're not doing this. And then he sent me a screenshot saying, I got your back, bro. I said, my man, thank you. Fight the good fight. Yeah. Jesus.
Indy has someone on his side in this battle.
The Sporte Calm. I knew it wasn't just me who was getting upset about it. I'm like, we're not playing this dumb game, all right? We're not playing it. I'm not here for it, okay?
Can I ask you something? I know we have talked about this many times.
Here we go. Go on, bring up the same conversation. 151 episodes later. Yeah.
We're not asking you to be mastered.
I don't care.
You're a chacha. You're always a chacha.
Raj is a
care. Chacha. So what is the issue with your wife not being a chachi? What's the?
Because that means she isn't married to me. You understand that, right?
Well, obviously she is married. Like she's married. You've got a certificate that proves it. You've got a certificate.
In the traditional reigns of marriage, okay. We're not doing this whole like no. You're from this side and I'm from this side and we're best friends. No. You came via me. I am the vessel. Okay. Therefore, you are chachi, boss. This rishta would not have happened with you three all being best friends. Okay, it would not happen. Thank you. Therefore, take the chachi accolade and wear it with pride.
What you said is absolutely true. 100%, could not refute that. But why does it trigger you so much if she wants to be called Massi? Like, from the perspective,
because this movement is going to cause ripple effects. It's already causing ripple effects amongst your friends. Think of the problems it's going to cause across the world with you doing this.
What's
you might potentially alter the entire Rishadar
multiverse.
Of Punjabi families.
Okay? Do you know who you sound like now? You sound like what's Doctor Strange's Ustad called? The special one, Ginalda.
Oh, I've forgotten the name.
Rhoda lady. What's the name?
The Rhoda lady. Who was Doctor Strange's
Ustad?
I was going to type in Ustad. What is it? Teacher. I was actually going to type in Ustad. The ancient one. The ancient one.
The ancient one. Right. Remember when she's with Hulk and then she's got the little diagram? And then she's like, if you do this, you change the multiverse. It sounds like what you're saying is I'm going to change the multiverse, but I think it's one thing. But
I don't think you're going to change the multiverse, but I think you're going to have a ripple effect across the rest of the world.
Okay, so let's take it further. But where's the problem? Tell me the problem in this. You think Akam's going to be confused? Is that the issue? Like, what's your actual issue?
That is one issue, yeah.
So confusion one. Give me another issue. What's the actual issue?
That's a big issue, man. Don't confuse my niece.
I acknowledge it.
You have to understand that kids are malleable, yeah. So kids understand synonymous relationships. They're like,
so in a world,
chachi, mama, mummy, furfur, bua. Like, it all makes sense.
So in a world where people now are binary, non-binary, this, and this, they have so much choice.
Don't try and do this. Don't try and do this.
Me saying that this and this.
Don't try and do this. Don't try and bring that into the conversation.
Outside of Akam's confusion, have you got any other points of contention? Because I'm trying to understand if it's just you're just being gussa because it's just a pride thing. Is that what it is? Is it really just a pride thing?
I don't think it's a pride thing. I think it's just stupid. The fact that it's been taken this far, just leave it be. Do not change.
That's no point. Just leave it be.
The standard traditions. No. No. Don't try and flip that on me, okay? You changed the system and then
Just
say, yeah, leave it be.
man.
I'm like,
Just
no,
leave it be,
fucker,
man.
you changed it first, okay? You can't just say, oh, I changed it, leave it be. No, yeah, it's done. No, you still did that action to fucking put it in place.
Okay.
Bastard, Okay, all right.
Rant over, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
There you go, mate. Then
So what was your point again?
This
About your
is why.
segment?
This is why.
What you said was I avoided the question of my wife saying, "Do you miss me?" And the kid and
That's
and
it.
the
No,
kid.
I
That's it.
handled it with expertise. Okay, right. And then this is also we just had a conversation, right? But Indy gets animated and he gets.
If you have
angry.
advice for other guys, what would it be?
No, but in what context?
Other guys in this
that's a very
situation who are posed that question.
Like I said, like we said when we're talking Punjabi, you ask the question back, you paraphrase it back, so you really have an understanding because you really need to gauge what is the point that they are trying to come from. You have to understand the position before you give your position away. That is the key. It's like in artillery. Napoleon, he talks about this, right? Understand the enemy's position before revealing your position.
They are not your enemy.
No, they're not. But for the analogy, I was talking about military analogy there, Tika. But what do I always say to you, man? Like even here's real talk, right? In any relationship, you're going to have this constant negotiation and this compromise, right? Not in a bad way, but you have to pick your battles. There's some things that are just not as important to me. So I'm like, Shindi, Tiga, right? Major in major things. Don't major in minor things. Do you get me? That's important.
Sure.
For example, the position of something on that shelf over there. Do not care. To me, that's a minor thing. Might be very important to Shindi. Aesthetics, symmetry, all that kind of stuff. I don't need to major in that, right? Saying that your Chacha and Sanjay's Massi, major thing. I make sure that happens. Done.
See, you agree it's a problem then?
No. I'm saying I get that passed.
Shut up.
But just look, that's all it is, right? You don't try and be right for the sake of being right. Like real tip now. Like take out the funny, right? You can find yourself reacting or getting angry or fighting for the sake of it. But try in the moment, and this takes practice, to be like, does the result of what's being discussed here really matter to me? Is this worth me getting angry? Most of the time, the reason why we get triggered is because we have a preconceived idea of how a situation is going to go, and then it doesn't. And that's the bit. That's the bit that we don't like. I'm going to go home, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. But when I get home, actually, this has happened. Now I have to do this. But my brain was like, no, I was going to do this. Now I have to do this. And it's that adjustment that's happening, trying to happen real time that we don't like. And then we get angry, go, boom, and we have that conversation.
You have just described my life. Yes.
But it's a very common thing. And that should be reassuring to you. It's a very, very common thing.
That makes
that's where it comes from.
I thought I was broken.
Yeah, no, you're not broken. Now, when if it's Shindi or someone else, and someone's gussa, I'm like, okay. Or Shindi say, but could you please do this first, even though I'm going to do something else? I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I can do that now. That's not a problem, And then that's it. That's my advice. Happy?
Okay.
Lovely.
Good advice.
Chalo.
Hanji Buddies. So we are back to the regular occurrence of doing Pottekam. We're not really. This is actually a funny topic. I found it funny. Don't know how Karan feels because he's not read the article because he's busy being a dad. Anyway, let's dig into it. So, Dr. Mavi.
Top.
Question.
Yes.
Have you heard about Nikki Haley?
Nope.
Acha, Nikki Haley is famous for going on Meri Billi Minna Meow, the famous meme page.
Meri Billi Minna.
So I didn't know who the hell she was until Meri Billi Minna Meow posted about it, saying she is a Sikh lady who was converted to Christianity. I was like, okay, that sounds weird. She's basically identified now as white. They found a picture of her when she was a kid with her dad in a bog, her mum in a suit, and her 3 siblings. She's Punjabi, but she's essentially changed completely in her faith to moving into a Christian lane. However, here's the twist. She is now running for Republican office in the election. She was in the last year or so. I don't know how she's done up until now. But this is interesting because she's kind of utilizing her Punjabi Sikh heritage when it works for her, and then backing away from it when it also works for her. It's very conflicting. So, for example, Karan, her full name is Nimarata Nikki Randhawa. Nikki Randhawa.
Nikki.
Okay. Moved her middle name to the first name because that's probably easier to say, in my opinion. Nimarata's a beautiful name, personally, but Nikki sounds.
Do you know what it means?
No, but what does it mean?
Humility.
She clearly lacked it in this situation. Anyway, so she put Nikki as her first name, changed her surname to Haley because she adopted her husband's name. Completely fair. To me, that seems a bit like, why don't you want to just have your normal first name? Like, or even if you shortened it to Nimrat, that's fine as well. It's up to you. Nimi or something, right? Just keep it, but no. She made that pivot. Okay, fine. She is also a child who was born to parents that emigrated from India in the 1960s. She said she adopted her middle name because it means little one in Punjabi.
Sorry, what?
She adopted her middle name to be her first name.
Oh, Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki. It's spelled Nikki.
Fine. Okay, Nikki small.
But also Nikki is in like Nicki Minaj. It's very.
Yeah.
See, it's easy to say, right? There's no problems there. Yeah. So she was raised as Sikh and has publicly talked about converting to Christianity, once saying the language barrier is what led to her decision to convert. She said, at some point you have to understand the words. Christianity spoke to me. It wasn't political, she said in 2012. But when she was learning Punjabi, she always said no. Now she wished she'd learned it. That's why she made the transition. That statement is so self-contradictory, it's actually berserk. Why would you say, I wish I learned it, but this is why I made the transition? Just learn it then, and don't make the transition if that was your biggest obstacle. Or if you want to learn the language, just you can.
I was got my phone, sorry mate. I put on airplane mode again. I was actually thinking about you and your struggles with learning Punjabi. I was like, Indy, please don't leave.
No, never.
That's what was running through my head. That was running through my head. Please. No.
Come on, Daya. Okay.
I'm so glad you said that, because the amount of hate you get online.
Yeah, I love it.
Show everyone you do it. Show everyone you do it, please. Come on.
The back there, beautiful. It's very thick.
It's there. Okay. All right, Mister. I'm not a Rhoda.
You know what, Karan? At my rate, I might be. I have noticed my hair is falling out, but it's cool. We will tackle that another day.
It's cool because you have a lot to spare. That's why it's cool.
Thank you.
Okay. That's why it's cool.
Thank you.
Right. Sorry, continue with your point.
The point was, that statement made no sense. Why would you say, okay, on the one hand, Christianity spoke to me because it's my language. I'm like, yeah, but you can read translations of Sikhi into English if you want to. It's not that difficult. It loses its meaning, like you've said to me in the past. There are some things in Gurmukhi that is written so beautifully, that is so beautifully written that you can't translate it to English and it won't do it justice. I understand that. But you can get a baseline grasp to start off with. And if you want to research and learn the language, you can. There is an entry point to it. So to me, bit of a cop-out.
Let me ask you a question. Are you triggered?
I'm not triggered. The bit that I'm triggered about is how she uses her Punjabi Indianness to pander to an audience that she wants to be diverse.
But if you're saying she's changed her name, so what is she?
Okay, all right, fine.
Rallies and speaking
she
Punjabi,
says she has changed her name, right? She was also in a photo op 2014 at Harmandir Sahib with her husband right there on my phone. Yeah, when I don't think it will get into focus. It might not get into focus.
No. I can see a chap in a suit, and then
they're standing outside Harmandir Sahib, chilling, having a nice photo op. So when it works for you and the shoe fits, you will cater to your audience, correct? Yes. Okay, fine. That to me is a bit cheeky, right? Also, when they arrived in India, they were greeted by 4 Punjabi dancers as she arrived at a function at Lovely Professional. Sorry. It's called Lovely Professional University. Sorry. Lovely Professional University in Jalandhar. Yeah.
Oh, whoa, wait. What's the initials there for
LPU.
University? What does that sound like?
Lapu. But the funny thing is, Karan, in this picture, her husband's wearing a full Bhangra vardi. He's got the jaggi on. He's got the Bhangra pag on. It's really it's not misappropriation.
No.
You can say on the other hand, it's the guy who is getting involved. You know, he's getting into it. You can spin it both ways. It depends how you do it.
We're Punjabi, even we don't get that much into it. Unless you're performing a competition. You don't go turn up at someone's event and be like, yeah, man, sara pangra, I'm a costume pana. Like, no one.
And the best thing is, I wish I could show you the picture, but underneath, he's got the chuggy on, but he's not got a kurta on. He's got his like normal suit on. So he's got the necklace, he's got the chuggy, and he's got a shirt and tie and a suit on top underneath.
Yeah, I'm cool guy. Yeah, cool guy.
Geezer. Then to make it better, because you know the photo op really works, Karan. She's also pictured in a Gurdwara 4 years later in New Delhi making rotiyan in the kitchen with her husband next to her. So again, when it works for you, you'll lean into it. When it doesn't work for you, you don't lean into it. So to me, it's like you're straddling both horses and you can't pick which one. If you chose one and didn't choose to come back to the other side, I'm fine with that. The problem for me is when you're trying to pander to a certain vote to get more people on your side, but you aren't that person to begin with.
Okay.
Rishi Sunak,
right,
on the opposite side, he's stuck to being a conservative, but he is a Hindu. There is no discrepancy there. He's stuck to it. The problem with me isn't the politics behind it. I don't care how you vote politically. I'm just happy you vote, period. The problem for me is when you're saying, no, I am Punjabi Indian when it works for me to try and gain that vote to come onto my party. But to the broader masses of the party that are obviously white, I'm white.
Yep. Yeah, your point is that she's being disingenuous, right? Initially, I was trying to understand where you were triggered that she left Sikhi, because it kind of sounded like...
I don't care enough about that. Loads of people leave Sikhi on the daily but still identify as Sikh. Like, that's a different topic in itself, right? There's layers to that topical point. So to me, a lot of people have checked out of Sikhi and they're not into it, and that's cool. I have no problem with that. The problem I have is when you start mixing the two together to gain political points or to score for your party and then be labeled as a woman of color on the ballot card when you say you aren't a woman of color at all.
Yeah, he's just appealing to everyone. Whereas if you look at the other guy running for Republican, the Vivek something.
I know the guy you're on about, Vivek. Yeah.
You know the guy, yeah, the billionaire who's very well spoken. You know, again, he speaks like an American. He's born up there. He's American values and everything, but he's devout Hindu, and you know he often quotes. I think he got questioned about the Bhagavad Gita, didn't he? He got asked something, and he's like, "Well, these are the values that we have. Which American wouldn't want these values?" He answered it very, very well. I think the point is, you give a good example of Rishi Sunak as well. You can be both,
and that's cool.
In that, and do it well. Whereas, I think if you're gonna, I don't know what she's trying to do. You're right. She's trying to appeal to everybody, and therefore appeal to.
It also feels like because the Democrats have Kamala Harris, and she's a woman of color, and she's half Indian. They're like, this one will do. This one will do. We'll balance it out. We have a woman too. Yeah. As horrible as that sounds, and not to sound sexist, but this is how politics works sometimes.
It's true. It's optics. Everything's optics, isn't it? With see, the beauty with Sikhi though is it's not. This will sound wrong, but Sikhi doesn't care.
Nice.
In the sense, like I said, it sounds wrong. In the sense that you can say you're not Sikh, you can say Mera Banuni Mardi, you can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
If you come to the house of God, you come to Harmandir Sahib, you come to Gurdwara, you do Langar Seva, you do all these things, you're still accepted. Everybody's accepted. I mean, in the bit that you said where she found more meaning, maybe, or more connection with what she found, say, in the Bible, I get that, right? In the sense that these concepts are universal. At the moment, I'm actually studying the Bible as well with one of my teachers.
Yes, Karan Peterson over here. Yes.
Karan Peterson, and it's a really interesting story. The person taking me through it is my old biology teacher from school, who's now a theologian and teaches this stuff, devout Christian. And we're discussing stuff in the Bible, and he's giving me like context, like this, when this was said, this is what it meant, this meant, and this meant, this meant, and this is perhaps what it kind of meant. But the similarities, right? Like the kind of, the points of the universal principles of love, they're there, you know, whether you find it in Sikhi, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, whatever, Hinduism, it's all there. So yeah, wherever somebody finds connection, and if it brings them closer to Rab, I will always support that. However, that connection is labeled. That's all good.
Okay, I see that.
One love. Yeah.
It's just, yeah, to me, it's slimy, I think is the word. Slimy.
It's tactical.
Did you know there are 5 South Asians in Congress and they are referred to as the Samosa Caucus?
Wow.
I found that quite funny, to be fair. Jay-Z, Samosa Korea, that's what I'm saying.
Put it up. Come on. There we go. Illuminati.
Except the Samosa has 3 corners, not 5. Caucus. But yeah. Chalo.
Yeah, that's true. Pentagon
the Caucus. Make a special one.
Imagine that. Oh, Indy. I don't know how you feel about this, but imagine the samosa wasn't a triangle.
What, a square one? Then it's a pastry at that point, isn't it?
Interesting.
It's a pasty. It's a pasty
filling. Exactly. So does the shape matter? So if
does
you
the
came
shape
over,
matter?
Right,
Okay,
I hope. Big question, isn't it? This is my question now. I didn't have this question prepared. If you came to my house, right, and
if you came to my house and said I made you samosa and they're like in squares or rectangles, I'll be like, "What, you done? Why are you serving me popsicles?"
And you'd be like, "Why? What
was
wrong with the triangle? I don't. No, you know, Indy would say this. Is how weird Indy is, and how like, I can't function. My brain can't function. I don't know where to take the first bite. Where do I start?
I would also say, where's the crust at the end? You're letting me down. I need the crusty bit at the bottom, man.
Why would the crust not be there? It's still got 4 edges, or if it's a whatever.
You know how you have a the base bottom of the samosa, yeah, with the crust at the bottom,
yeah.
And you save that bit till last, yeah. You yam that bit. Where are you going to put that on the? Are you going to put that on the square rectangle or what?
I'm sure there's a way of doing that, Indy.
Not a fan. Also, I feel if you have a samosa triangle, the samosa triangle takes up less pastry.
1 second. So your theory is this has been done from
I feel like it is definitely done from an economics point of view. And also, when you position it in your hand, I've seen how aunties do it, right? They put it together, they put the cone in their hand as if it's like an ice cream cone, yeah?
Are you on about
making it the ice cream cone in the hand, stuff it all in, fold it on top, then dab, get the little paintbrush, you brush it on top, yeah, dab, hold it in place, put it down, done. I've seen how it's done. So how are you going to make a square out of that quickly?
Guys, if you want to see a video tutorial of Indy making a samosa,
listen, we've offered the audience a lot and we haven't delivered on a lot, so we need to stop doing this. Okay.
Well,
it's not my fault that Goran's busy. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing. If you can arrange for company for Shindy and Akam, then I can be more available for you. So
Thank you,
that's what needs to happen. So listeners out there, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਕੋਈ ਚਾਈਲਡ ਕੇਅਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ video challenges torturing Indy can happen. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway,
so that's that. Anyway.
So, what's your thoughts, Karan, on someone straddling both horses?
I agree. It's disingenuous. They're going to feel lost. It's not going to bode well for them long term. That's the thing.
That is a good point. The other problem she has is, in a runoff election for the state legislative seat in South Carolina, an opponent published ads that published her full name, her actual name, and then sent out mailers with her standing with her dad in his bug. Because she's hidden the Sikh heritage side of her, it can now be used to perpetuate the negative stereotypes that she is from a terrorist family. Because you've hidden it, you've given people ammunition towards it.
See that, and that's the point I want to understand as well. I understand. I found Christianity, I found the Bible connected. I'll move towards it. Right? That's okay. I understand that. I can see and understand. Why are you trying to hide where you've come from, as if you're ashamed of it, or what's the? I'd want to like. Did you have a tough upbringing? Like, were you abused or something? Like, what are you associating with Sikhi that makes you want to, distance yourself with it? That's what I want to understand.
Obviously, she's going to be in the party as well that is Trump heavy, yeah. And when Trump said he wanted to ban Muslims from coming over here, she was heavily against it and distanced herself from it, which is a noble thing to do, yeah. Let me just clear my voice for this. She accepted a position in his cabinet 12 months later. So how strongly did you really feel about it?
Behind door, closed door.
Opportunism at its flipping finest.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, man. Zero backbone, man.
Principles are important to a
They're
point.
not important at
And
all.
when there's something bare on the table, you're like, "Chal, theek hai, no
Listen, I got to
problem."
play the political game here, mate, yeah?
Yeah. You know, because what people say is, "What? Listen, if I got to make change, I got to be on the inside."
Oh,
that's
wow,
what
I got to
I'm
get on
doing.
the inside. I got to be double
That's
agent.
the line. You know, I got to get close to Trump.
And the second I get inside, everything will change, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. And then I tried. मैं बहुत कोशिश की थी. मैं Trump साहब ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ
He
ਕੀਤੀ.
joined his administration
Right.
12 months later. That is just so funny. Not even 12 months later, sorry. It says here she went to join his administration, leaving some in her own community, wondering how strongly she felt about what she had said just 12 months before. So awkward. Very, very awkward. Ooh.
Under the microscope.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's the thing with politics, man.
Politics is a dirty game.
Everything you say, everything you do, it's just you are scrutinized. It's an examination, man.
It's a dirty game.
Oh yes, you said this 20 saal pehla tu kya si? Galat gall hai.
Yes. Well, it's similar to how we get treated as podcasters for having opinions as well. If we say something and we change our minds, it's like you can't change your mind. But it depends on what you change your mind on. I feel like that is a sticking point. If you change your mind on something that's not going to impact, political policy, that's a different topic. If I change my mind on, oh, I like melons, I don't like melons, they're like, what? What? How dare you? No, that's not the same thing. There are levels to this disagreement factor or changing your mind factor.
Tu kharbuja like?
Love kharbuja. Oh, mate, love it.
Kharbuja.
Kharbuja singular. Give me a single one.
Yep. No, you like
When you
kharbuja.
cut up
You
into
talk
little
about the
bits,
plural, नहीं?
is that still one kharbuja? That's the question.
That is the questionable question, isn't it?
Because when you cut up a fruit into something, is that still as one item, or is it many of them? I feel like this is a question people would ask when they're high.
Plural. Santra, santre.
Yeah, but just because the apple was one and now you have cut it into pieces, that does not make it less of one apple.
Okay, sounds like you're going to done some weird stoic, philosophical. Neo from the Matrix, bending the spoon.
Yes.
It's not the spoon that bends; it is you that
Yes.
bends. It's like, okay.
Yes, so
Indy
the spoon
is
doesn't bend,
bending.
I bend. Okay.
Oh, bas,
Chalo, very good.
I think we do really well dubbing some of these famous clips in Punjab.
I think you probably would. I'll just sit there and cackle.
Yeah, that's it. It's a show for
It
you,
is.
isn't
It is a show for me. Everything's a show for me.
Yeah. Kharbuja. Okay.
Thank you.
Not sure is the answer.
Do you have a question for me?
There you go. I do. I will say.
No, you did this last week. Tell it now. Go on, quick.
It's not quick though. It's a big one.
sake.
You know, I'll ask the question, but I'll answer it next week.
No,
Can we
you
do
can't do that because you can't leave a cliffhanger and people forget and no one watches things sequentially anymore.
that? I'll do a small one then. I'll do
Okay, give me a little
one. Not my main one. Little one. Right. What is the difference between jogger? I'm talking about jogging bottoms and pajama bottoms.
Okay, material.
Okay, no, but like just explore.
No, that's
Context
a key
to this.
exploration factor.
Context. When I was looking towards Christmas time, when I was looking for like pajamas, stuff to wear at home, like loungewear, when you go on Next and you look at like pajamas and you know the filters like pajama, jogger, like it just all looks the same. Like it's very, very similar. And I was like, okay, and look, there's pajamas which are like the proper classic, heavily printed, this is the pajama. I'm not about those. I'm on about like, the basic collection. And I'm like, you're basically a jogger, but you're like double the price. Why are you double the price? You're just a pajama. And so it just made me think that a jogger and a pajama. Have you realized we say pajama?
Pajama. We don't say pajama. Pajama.
Pajama.
Banana in pajama. Kerala in pajama.
Banane किथे
Banana.
ठीक है तेरे Banana ji kitne? Why are you saying Hanji? You don't even know what I'm saying, and you're like, this is again like that bloody Indy.
मैं उत्ते बहना हाँ जी
नहीं
I want to sit there मैं उत्ते बहना तू इत्ते आया
तू इत्ते आया मैं उत्ते आना. Yes. हाँ जी. I said, are your bananas okay?
Yeah,
like,
of course they are.
Like, okay. What bananas, mate? You ain't got no bananas. You ain't got no fans. You ain't got no bananas. You ain't got no.
They're very ripe.
Oh, I thought. Do you know? I thought you were about to pull out a banana. When you went down, you were like, oh.
I came ready for this conversation. Yes.
Prepared. This is one I prepared earlier. So yeah, there you go. Pajamas.
Okay.
Joggers.
So hang on. Pajamas, joggers. Let's just stick to this. Pajamas, joggers. I do that once an episode. Joggers, number 1. Get your joggers from not a website called Next is a very good start because their joggers quality is kind of trash.
Why so? What are you looking for in a jogger?
I'm
talking about, like, just context is these are all kapde you're wearing at home only, not going out anywhere.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'd rather go onto like a website like ASOS and go and look at a bunch of different joggers from different types and different sizes, not just one retailer. That's the first port of call. Secondly, you can wear outdoor pajamas at home all the time. I wear loads of like my Gymshark bank at home when I'm not at the gym. Like, it's still comfy, still good.
No, I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying that I have a different standard of what I'd wear outside. Like, there's stuff that I'm just like, this is definitely only ever going to be homeware. It'll do the job. That's what I'm saying. Do you have that approach? You don't have that approach.
Kind of buy stuff that can be as universal as possible. But there are a few that I've got that are old gym joggers that are now home pajama. That happens with all kapre. You slowly see your favorite t-shirt turn into your like gaar kapre. Yeah.
Cara, that's it.
Yeah.
Cara de kapde. That's what they call it. Have you heard that expression? Yeah. Cara de kapde. And you see like all the dain stains.
Or the bleach. You know, the bleach stains on the socks.
Bleach, yeah.
Man, you know when you go to matadek and you do matadek and then you see people's socks with like holes or bleach stains going down the back of it.
Take.
What did I say?
Take. Matha, take.
Oh, I thought it was dek. You're not saying anything.
I know, I'm just...
I don't know if you're second guessing yourself or if you're actually trying to maximize the fact that I don't know. Okay, fine, all right.
Yeah, no. Just think about what you're saying. Matha. You know what matha? What's matha? Forehead. Matha, look.
No, show me your forehead.
Dekh. Guys, I don't think you understand how gold this is. This is like a genuine reaction from me. This isn't scripted. We don't script anything, but Indy has full conviction. Guru Sahib is sitting there saying, "Show me your forehead."
This is definitely getting cut, FYI.
You go there.
So you can say what you want.
Why?
This is definitely getting cut. I ain't keeping this in. No chance.
There's no biadabi. There's no biadabi.
Oh, it is to me, mate.
No. There's no. This is just a word that you misinterpreted. Honestly, keep this in. This is good content because a lot of people will think the same thing you said. Matha dek, matha take, tata take.
So why do people spell it DEDK?
I don't know how this, but remember that's just.
So how's it meant to be then? TEDK.
I don't know. I've never written it like that.
No, but if you were going to write it, you say I'm going to Godara to go do. What would you write?
Matha take. TEKH.
Okay, fine.
And then matha teko.
So what does it actually mean?
Matha teko. Take, bow.
Bow. Interesting.
Bow your head. Matha tekya ke nahi? But I love how the conviction you had in saying it, and then B, you were like, show me your forehead. That's what I'm there to do. But you know what? The reason why I find funny is because then in my head, I'm like, Indy goes matha tek, and he's like, no, you don't put it down.
No, the forehead is shown on the way down. That's how it goes. Yeah, it's showing. Yeah, exactly. The present is showing
on the forehead.
There is merit to how I'm thinking about it.
I love you so much. It's brilliant. I can't wait to live show, man.
Going back to the joggers, okay. Pajama are meant to be cheaper than joggers because the material was meant to be thinner. Also, Karan, this is why you go on department store websites because they have a variety of prices and it's cheaper to buy. And you kind of pay for what you get.
I've moved to M&S now.
Oh, fuck. Karan, you're not 80 years old, man.
Do you know what? I had this conversation the other day.
You disappoint me so
M&S. Much. No. But again, listen. Levels.
Stop with the frugal bullshit.
If they're no, it's not frugal. If there are levels, M&S isn't cheap, man. If there are levels for kapre in the sense that this is stuff I'm only ever going to wear here. You've seen what I wear when I'm swagged out, right? That's not from M&S, is it? That's from Hackett. That's from this, and this, all tailored shit. That's fine. That's fine for that. But for this purpose, I don't need Hugo Boss the joggers. I don't need Armani the joggers. I don't need Ralph Lauren the joggers.
But M&S joggers are more expensive than, say, normal ones you can get from
M&S. What's in? Define anywhere else.
Okay, if I take you through my wardrobe of joggers, Uniqlo. 20 quid for a pair of joggers. High quality, very warm, good design, good fit.
Do you know what? Hold that thought. Next time I'm at your flat, show me the selection. I'd like to see
my
them.
selection.
Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Indy is the king of casual. I'm going to give him that title.
And the rest of it's all Gymshark. But Gymshark sell different types of joggers. So they have gym-going joggers. They have gaar-ahlah joggers, like all this stuff.
You should just brand it to Punjabi. Gaar-ahlah joggers, matha taken wale joggers, byah wale joggers.
What else do you need?
Botti naal behna joggers. Did you see that lady put that comment? Gaar-ahlah doesn't mean woman at home.
What does it mean?
See that comment?
See it?
Oh, somebody put, actually, Indy, gaar-ahlah doesn't mean woman at home. It means the person that runs the house owner.
Whatever helps them sleep at night, bro.
You doing it again?
I'm sorry. The literal translation is woman at home. I don't care how you interpret it. On paper, the literal translation is that spin it how you want, whatever helps you sleep at night. But that is genuinely it. That's why I didn't agree with people being called it, because I'm like, no, that's not nice.
Do you want Sanj to be your gaar-ahlah?
No, I want her to be my wife. Voti.
Do you want to
Voti.
1 second. Do you want to be a gaar-ahlah?
Do I want to be a gaar-ahlah? Do I want to be a stay-at-home wife?
No. It's man now. I've said man.
Do I want to be a stay-at-home man?
Wally. You are. You do work a lot from home. You pretty much are.
Not really. No, I don't think I am, actually.
Do you not work primarily from home? Yes or no? Fact?
No, I don't. I insisted on being given it, but I could be in the office all the time.
But no. Okay. Do you, in a normal week, work more from home or in a physical office space that's not
I work at home, but so does she.
Thank you. No, I'm not on about. I didn't ask about Sanj. You said she's not gaar-ahlah. I'm just asking. You are a man who's at home. Literal definition: gaar-ahlah.
Yeah,
man
but also
home.
Right now, technically,
That's
you are also a gaar-ahlah.
Didn't dispute it. I was just making the point that you are more of a gaar-ahlah because in the day I go somewhere else.
I do too.
You stay.
I go other places too.
You go to the bathroom. You go downstairs. And you come right back.
I actually went out to go and get my Dwayne today, but yeah.
Dwayne gazi. What's not working now, bro?
I tried to get some ear. I tried to get some eardrops. They're out of stock everywhere. They've been discontinued, I think.
Please.
So I have to call my doctor again and be like, yo,
please
change my prescription.
The reason the NHS, the resources are stripped. Actually, here's one banda has claimed more than Sara.
Karan, how can I claim I pay for my prescriptions? Shut up, okay? I contribute towards the whole system. All right. Bloody idiot, yeah, trying to give it 10, be like, oh, look at this guy getting free prescriptions. Oh, look at the immigrant just siphoning off us little workers here. Yeah, shut up, all right? I pay for my prescriptions. I have since I was 21, okay? Leave me alone. Now, going back to the point, the eardrops are necessary because after my operation, my left ear still hasn't restored to its normal health. I had that ear infection 2 months ago. I've lost all hearing again in my left ear, so I'm trying to get some suitable eardrops. These eardrops are fucking out of stock and discontinued everywhere. So I tried to go hunting for that at lunchtime today. I came back empty-handed. I now have to call my consultant or a secretary and say, Can you ask him to give me some different ones, please? Because that's no longer in stock, which is something I thought a doctor would have thought before he ordered it, but clearly not. Thank you. So ask yourself, is it my fault or is it the doctor who gave me the wrong eardrops fault? Yes. Yes.
I'm going to just put this question to Sanj. Sanj, did you know what you were getting into?
What do you mean? Did she know what she was getting into?
How can ek banda have so many issues?
You spoke to my brother yesterday. Does he not have the same issues as me?
Does
he not have the same issues as me?
Next segment.
No. Answer the fucking question. Does he not have the same issues as me?
Nick,
next
segment.
Answer the question.
The way he brought it up.
Care. Answer the question right now.
He said to me, "I'm not as bad as Indy."
Also, we have the exact same problems, except I have IBS. That's it. He has lost hearing in his ears. My sister has also lost hearing in her ears. My mum is pretty much deaf. So it's not made up. The back stuff. Dad's got back problems.
No. It's
Bal's got back problems.
No.
I've got back problems. Not made up stuff.
Just to make a point. I never said anything's made up. That was the point I was making. The point I was making is you have so much up. That was the point I was making.
Can't make this shit up.
You can't. You genuinely can't. I know it's real. I'm not saying it's not real. Everyone's seen the stretches. Yes. Okay. There's no way somebody without problems is doing that level of stretching that regularly. Okay.
Yes.
I do believe you. It's not that I don't believe you.
Okay. Yes.
Sanj.
What's she going to do, really? What's she going to do for you, really?
Big man.
What's she going to do for you, really? Is she
going
to text you and say a week later, yes, Gar and I agree, and you're going to be like, what for?
No, I'll know.
You won't, mate. You won't.
Menu pata si.
You will not know at all, mate. You're going to be clueless. So, going back to the point, Gar, don't overspend on joggers or pajama. Stop shopping at M&S. Look at department stores.
I don't
save yourself, Berser.
M&S isn't that expensive.
Thank you. Uniqlo, good price, good joggers, good quality.
Look at.
Yes. Hello, Mitro. Hanji, what's happening?
Life is good. We celebrated your birthday, didn't we?
We did. Thank you for coming.
Logistically, it was. It tested my my operational nous, let's call it.
Did it? Because you have a variable now that you can't account for.
Yeah. And I said this I said to Sandy actually as we pulled up to the restaurant loading bay and stuff. I was like, even with maximal optimization, we're still an hour out, you know?
Yeah.
To be fair, like that Sunday is I'm getting up at 7 a.m. Get ready, have breakfast, bring Chindy's breakfast, EK feed, EK in swimming kapade, take EK swimming. I'm in the pool with EK. EK comes out, Shindy goes for changing her. I get changed, take EK, feed EK there, drive home, shower because of chlorine because there's no showers where we swim, refeed her. I get changed into kapade. Shindy does makeup, change the kapade, then we leave to come to you.
So tell me why you went swimming? Bit early, no?
Why? You can swim from 2 days, 2 days old. It's a special program. It's called Water Babies. So it's not like a conventional swimming class. It's called swimming. It's not swimming. It's basically you're in the pool, and you're just like doing the swish, swash, splish, splash, round in a circle and up we go, and stuff like that, and getting used to going underwater and you're putting pani on the face, and you're just being around pani essentially. But yeah, you can go from 2 days old. It's all to do with the temperature of the pani. That's what decides which pool will allow kids of a certain age. But she loves pani. She absolutely loves pani.
And she knows to breathe underwater. I never understood this reflex about kids.
Yes, exactly that. And I didn't know that either. And then the lady was explaining that they just know how to do it. But at this point, they're doing it unconsciously. But you need to condition them so they know to do it consciously when they're older. So there's a little conditioning thing they do. So before she did her first underwater there, this week. But before you do that, you hold them. So I had her here, and you say, "Ekam, are you ready? Go!" And then you put Barney on their face, and you do it 3 times, and you just keep conditioning them with that. That's the kind of what to expect. And then when she gets to the underwater bit with the instructor, same thing. Yeah, come on, you ready? And then straight under, and then back onto me, and then so yeah, logistically it was challenging. But here's the thing, man. Like when you have a baby, you get very close to when the baby's coming. You can't do much. You're very limited. Like we've done all the holiday stuff. Dubai was the last holiday, so that was that. And then obviously in the initial bit, you're not going anywhere. As in Shindy's not going anywhere, EK's not going anywhere that much. And now we're kind of a bit more open. It's like, well, what can we do? And you actually want to make an effort to see people and socialize. And it's very important for Shindy. That's something that guys need to appreciate. If you're going back to work, obviously you're getting that socialization happening. For ladies, you need to actively, basically guys need to get confidence so they can have the child. So ladies can do their own independent stuff. That's number one. And number two is obviously do more stuff together, whatever you can do. So a lot of the Sunday was packed. We stayed there till the end, which initially we hadn't planned to do. It was really fun.
Good. Glad you had a nice time. Thank you for coming. It was good. Yeah, it was nice, man. Very wholesome. Very, very nice. Very fun. Even if there were variables we couldn't account for, like people taking the piss and overrunning when bowling. First time I've ever taken my mum and dad bowling, I said this to Sanj.
Is it really?
That's the first time that my mum and dad have ever been bowling. Like I said I had a moment where I was thinking, have mum and dad done this before? Because, you do sit there and think. Yeah, you do sit there. Bowling, yeah. I don't remember going bowling with mum and dad ever. I don't think my sister and brother did. So I said to my dad, "Dad, is this your first time bowling?" He said, "Yeah." I said to Mum, "Is this your first time bowling?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Why didn't you say this?" So it's not a big deal to us. I'm like, it's a pretty big deal to me. And my dad beat me as well. So with his left hand.
What's a pretty big deal to you?
It's just a big deal because bowling is such like a normal thing and they've never done it. So I'm like, well, but you've lived here for so long. I thought you would have done it, but they just haven't. So now I'm thinking, what other normal things have we done that we haven't taken our parents to go and do? And I want to try and take them to as many of those things as possible.
Are you coming from a guilt perspective?
No, I'm coming from just a normal life perspective. And it's actually quite nice to see them in like a little bit of a child element. So when I saw my mum bowling or my dad bowling, I got videos of it. I watched it back. And you get this little like glint of happiness when they do well, or they get a bit upset when they haven't done well. And I'm like,
they clearly care.
Yeah. I know that, but I look at them and I'm thinking, a part of me's thinking, I know it's probably not true. I'm like, is this how you would act if you were a kid, and you were doing bowling? Like, would you be feeling this way as well? Would you be like, yes, or would you be like, oh, I'm interested, and I'm thinking, if this is the closest insight I can get to seeing you as kids,
they were like.
That's super cool to me. So I'm like, I want to try and take you to more of those experiences. So probably selfishly, I get to see you in that light.
And not be in the father role, the mother role, the kind of responsibility role. That's really interesting. Yeah. Dad's 60th was during lockdown. And we did like a staycation in Wales. And then one of the days we had this like stag type place activity weekend. We had quad bikes. We did axe throwing. We did shotgun, clay pigeon. Everyone did it. Like mum did it, like massive recoil on the bandook and everything. But Dad was doing it. He was actually loving it. Like he was on the quad bike. He's like proper kid on that.
Yeah.
Shotgun. He's like proper firing, and you could see he's really happy. And I was like, you could do these things as well. Like I'm happy to. Like I love that stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And you're right. You're really right. When you see your parents having fun and just chilling out, it's well everything's organized. You don't need to do anything. You just need to turn up.
A part of you lights up inside. You're like, it's nice.
It's just the giving back bit, isn't it? It's like you did everything, and then because you had to do everything, and you probably sacrificed. Well, we know you sacrificed a lot for everything, and now we have means, and there's relative comfort. So why not do these things?
So yeah, man, that was super cool. I'm going to try and take mum, dad to more things like that where I can see them in those elements. For those that wanted a face reveal of my dad, it's on our Instagram, so go check it out. It'll be there
with expert
and music. TikTok. It'll be there, dubbed over with top class music and a bit of commentary. Enjoy, people. Enjoy.
It's so good. He was happy.
Very
in his
happy.
Birthday card on the outside, I wrote "Son of CSK."
Yes.
And Indy showed him the envelope, and his reaction was like, "I didn't write this. My thing get that. My thing get that." And then Indy was like, "No, he did it." And he was like, "CSK." That's me.
I also asked Dad for a pen.
Yeah, you did. You're like, "Doctor, watch this."
No, but he was so happy he gave me the pen because I don't think anyone's ever asked him that for years.
He's like,
and he's like, "Yeah, I got a pen." He pulled it out. He's like, "Here you go." And then he said to me, "You can keep it after." I said, "Dad, it's okay. You can keep it. It's cool."
That baton has been passed. Bal made a good point, didn't he, about the reason why people in Punjab carry a pen? You remember?
Yeah. So apparently, it's a what is it? A sign of being an educated person,
A learned man.
a learned man.
Have you heard that term?
Say that again.
Padhaya likhya.
Ooh, yeah. A read writer. Is that correct?
That's a literal translation, right?
There you go.
But that phrase off. You know your literal stuff.
See, literals, I'm okay at, except for matha dek and matha tek, right? Take, matha tek. Yeah, that's gonna take me a while to get used to.
Yeah, matha tek.
Yeah,
that's it. The interesting, the way you'll hear that phrase a lot is, so if parents, maybe of a slightly old generation, are talking to each other about potential rishta for either side, they were like, "Mummy, Daddy, padhe likhe hain." That's what you'll hear, right? So you hear it like, but generally, kind of means they've gone to university. That's what it's trying to say.
Yeah.
Padhe likhe hain. So yeah, it's a sign of that. But yeah,
there you go.
Your birthday.
Thank you for coming, man. Appreciate it.
One
last thing.
The rest of your fam. Go.
It was nice for everyone to come out, the whole family. You are family as well now. Now you know this. There you go.
Because I invited you to YouTube Premium. That's why, isn't it? Yeah.
No, because you came to my family birthday thing. That's why.
Because I was invited because you invited to YouTube Premium. That was the reason. You're like, you got to seat at the table now. Seat at the Kerala table. Yeah.
No. It wasn't that at all.
I know it's because of Sanj. I know she wanted us there.
Okay, it wasn't because of that either. It's because I wanted you there.
Okay, because you're my friends first. I don't know how many times I have to say this.
For those that are thinking of watching Saltburn on Amazon Prime,
right,
do not watch it. Save yourself the problems, the anguish, the trauma, and just watch something else that is more productive with your time. It is weird on so many levels. And there are 3 scenes in there that are fucked up. If you want to find out what they are, just Google it. Don't bother watching it on Prime. Oh, God, man. Just
that bad.
Method acting going too far. That's all I'm going to say.
Too deep in the role.
Yeah, a little bit. He was too deep in a few things. Those that have watched the film will understand that reference.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you off camera exactly what he did.
PC podcast. Okay.
I'm not going to say to people in case they want to watch it and, waste 2 hours and 15 minutes of their weekend. You can if you want. I wouldn't recommend it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for joining people this week.
Hanji.
We will see you next week, as always. By the way, this is episode 151, not episode 150. We messed up. I got the numbers wrong. So last week when we were saying, oh my God, we're 1 away from 150. That was 150. So yeah, I recognize the error of my ways.
we didn't even have a moment. We didn't have a moment, right?
Yeah. Well, we had a moment, some moment. We just fucked up. That's all. So yeah.
Listen, I'm just going to leave you all with this. £7, 15 pence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
People, like the video on the way out. Goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.